Ladies and gentlemen, the American jury on Bulldog Nation, in this day in history, Constantine, the Emperor of Rome, declared Sunday as a day of rest, and thus it has been forevermore in Western civilization. How do you like that little anecdote? First out of the gate, Trump. Trump issued a lengthy statement about how his election defeat resulted in what happened in Ukraine. And he's correct. Of course, lots of bad things have happened in this country as a result of Trump's defeat. And it's really tragic and it's really sad. However, you can't make this up. We posted that statement that he made. And guess what? Censored, suspensions handed out to the media team. I mean, it's incredible. A former president of the United States cannot speak freely. It's messed up. Then you have Mike Pence, who keeps saying we got to move on, move on, move on, move on. You know, Mike Pence is milquetoast. He's smart, but he's conservative, but he's weak. He plays the game along with all the rest of those U.S. senators. They want to get along, get along, get along. You can't get along with evil. You can't get along with it. Back to Trump. Trump made a joke. It was clearly a joke, just like Reagan's joke about bombing Iran. Made a joke about putting Chinese insignias on our aircraft and bomb the hell out of Russia. It was a joke. It's a joke. Good, bad, or indifferent. Sanction after the facts. You know, it blew me away during this whole sanction, and I got videotape of me saying this to prove it, that Biden comes up with this concept that we will sanction you if you invade. Now Putin is saying, well, you didn't need to sanction me. Just think if these sanctions all happened. Everything that's going on against Russia went on before an invasion. Might have been a little bit of different outcome. I mean, it is truly amazing how incompetent, extraordinarily incompetent, Joe Biden is. Then we have this issue of fighter jets over Ukraine. Apparently, NATO and the United States have approved NATO jets flying over Ukraine. It truly cracks me up that we let Russia dictate who's allowed to fly over Ukraine. What? I mean, and everybody's worried about World War III. I'm not worried about World War III. I'm not. I'm worried about Ukraine and Europe and the effect it all has on us going forward. Manchin was smart. Manchin says, hey, let's not take the no-fly zone off the table. Art of negotiations. Manchin gets it. You know, with the cutoff of Visa, MasterCard, and everything else, Russia has now turned to China to help them out in all their banking needs. And again, I don't get why the world is not coming down on China, who is Russia's partner in this whole ordeal. They've blessed it. They've blessed it. It's called money. We have fewer economic ties to Russia, other than buying their oil for their benefit, than we do China. Where is the American Communist 10 doing all that they need to be doing against China? Where's all the sanctions against China for allowing this to happen, for knowing it was going to happen? Moody's has reduced Russia's rating system. Russia is headed towards default if this keeps up. Putin has totally miscalculated. Here's what I think. I think Putin thought Ukraine would just raise the white flag, and that didn't happen. Now he's in a world of hurt. He's in a world of a pickle. But somebody who's not in a pickle is Alina Kabaeva. That is Putin's lover. Her and her children are hiding out where? Switzerland. Oh, man. And now Putin is killing citizens and children because he's a gangster. Putin is a KGB gangster. It's in his DNA. Soviet Union style. He can't help himself. Meanwhile, he's calling this a liberation mission. Boy, it's a lot of resistance for those that want to be liberated. Russia's been removed from Apple Maps. And nobody gonna be able to Apple Map. TikTok is removed from Russia. Now that's really gonna get things going. You're gonna have a lot of women and children and young people pissed off now. No TikTok in Russia. And you see the problems of Putin just mounting at home. They're getting worse and worse. You think about all the sanctions, all the people that are cutting ties from them. On it, I mean, the ruble, Moody's, I mean, everything. It's just hitting him all at once. It's pretty bad. Brittney Griner is the WNBA player that was in Russia that got picked up with some vapes in her luggage. Now she's being held. All I got to say is this. Why the hell does anybody go to these countries during these time frames? I mean, I guess there's a good reason, but I always look at it like, what the hell? My wife and I were talking about that. I have no interest in going to the Middle East or a communist country. Ever. Ever. Or Southeast Asia. Ever. No interest. Putin's threats. Putin is now threatening anything and everything. Declaration of war. That is just boom, 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 blah, 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 blah coming out of his mouth. Putin's not going to start a nuclear war. Putin is a gangster. He's not a madman. He's not. He knows what a nuclear war does. It destroys him and his country and his power. He's not going to start a nuclear war. Meanwhile, $4 gas. Since 2008, over $4 average, highest since 2008. Extraordinary gas prices. So what do? The Biden administration says, let's try to buy some oil from Venezuela. My goodness. Musk, Mr. Electric Car himself, says we got to increase domestic oil production here in the United States. You got to ask yourself, why is that? Why is that? Florida passed a law, 15 weeks. They protect a baby after 15 weeks. The time frame when they can keep babies alive at premature birth just keeps going down, down, down. 15 weeks. Good for Florida. The Kentucky, this came out in the news. The Kentucky pension teacher funds invested in a Russian bank, and it collapsed. Now, they claim that they divested in time, and they only lost $3 or $4 freaking million. I got to ask this question about Kentucky's pension fund for their teachers and any other Kentucky investment. What the hell are they investing in a communist country? What? And I want to know how much is invested of Kentucky's taxpayers' money in Chinese banks, Chinese funds. And the same goes for Ohio. Ohio apparently has $200 million invested in Russian banks. What's going on? How much? The People's Convoys now hit Washington, D.C., and they're going around the loop raising hell. Good for them. Then we have Weinstein. Last but not least, Harvey Weinstein snuck in some milk duds, and he promised the judge he'd never do it again. Harvey Weinstein, maker of movies, he's disintegrated, degenerated, into now sneaking in milk duds to prison. Milk duds. I crave cashews, peanuts, any food from the outside. Candy bars, Snickers. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I hope you have a great day.